At the time of recording this video, I'm 35 years old, and if I could go back to the time where I started my first business at age 17 and give myself advice on how to get rich a lot faster, here's what I would say. Number one, the path will illuminate itself while you walk it. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take that first step. The clarity comes through action, not contemplation. So start moving, and the next steps will become more visible as you progress. I never could have imagined that I'd be doing what I am today, and I still don't know what exactly I'll be doing 10 years from now. But what I do know is that I'll be healthier, wiser, and smarter for it. Number two, don't eat with people that you wouldn't starve with. Choose your inner circle very carefully. The people that you spend the time with should be the ones that would stand by you during those hard times. Fair weather friends are just luxuries you can't afford on your path to greatness. Number three, your vices are holding you back more than you know. I was never aware of how much potential I was leaving on the table until I did a reverse gap year. I stopped all the partying, removed all the vices for that 1 year. And in that 1 year, I grew a business from 15 to $45 million in revenue. I built my dream body, I started my personal brand, and I met my dream wife. Because the cost isn't just the time spent, but the energy and the frequency and the focus that you lose. It affects you far more than your emotional state, your decision making, and your belief in yourself. Number four, focus on standards, not goals. Now, goals can be achieved and forgotten, but your standards become your identity. Instead of setting a goal to exercise 3 times a week, develop a standard where you simply don't skip workouts. Standards shape who you become, and the goal is only there as a North Star in order to create your new identity. Number five, being kind and giving will yield the best returns. Now, the most significant events in my life in terms of wealth and relationships came off the back of me giving and being kind to people without wanting anything in return. Kindness is not a weakness. In a world that's obsessed with taking, those who master the art of giving will stand out. But here's the key. Make sure you give without expectation, because the universe has a way of returning this energy tenfold, and it often happens from unexpected sources. Number six, your conscience is the authentic voice of God. Now, for years, I wasn't sure what I should do, how should I live my life, until I learned that the conscience is the authentic voice of God. And then all I had to do was just follow it. Because that quiet inner voice, the one that knows right from wrong, that feels like something is off, is your most reliable compass. Learn to distinguish it from your ego and your social conditioning. It's always guiding you towards your higher self. Number seven, willpower is a limited resource. Now, I used to try and build a whole set of new habits and identities on Monday, without really realizing that willpower is a limited resource and has a finite energy like a battery cell. And when trying to build new habits, start small and work your way up, because you don't want to try and build all these new habits at once. And also what you should do is align your most important habits or tasks when your peak energy levels are, because you don't want to waste your willpower on trivial decisions. Create systems and habits that make good choices easier. Number eight, when people say you've changed, it's a compliment. Change is only constant in growth. And when someone points out that you have changed, what they're really saying is that you've outgrown their perception of you. So take that as a confirmation that you're evolving. And just think about the alternative, staying exactly the same. I think that's far more concerning. Number nine, life is a mirror, not a window. What you see in the world is just a reflection of what you see inside of you. If you constantly encounter negativity, then look within. And if you see opportunities everywhere, that's also a reflection. So change your inner world if you want to transform your outer world. Number 10, the confidence you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Now, we often seek confidence before taking action, but that works in reverse. Confidence comes from facing what scares you and doing it anyway. The very thing that you're avoiding is probably what would actually build your confidence the most. Number 11, choose your life partner wisely. This decision will impact your every aspect of your life. Your happiness, your wealth, your growth, your peace of mind. The right partner multiplies your potential and the wrong one divides it. So take this decision extremely seriously, as it's more important than any business decision you'll ever make. Number 12, fear regret more than failure. Failure is temporary, regret is permanent. You'll recover from your failures, but the regrets, especially the ones that haunt you of inaction, they will haunt you forever. So always choose courage over comfort when faced with those important decisions. Number 13, you must be willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time. Innovation and personal growth often mean walking the path others can't see. So whether you're building a business, changing your careers, or just transforming your life, you need to expect confusion and skepticism from others. The vision in your head isn't visible to everyone else, and that's okay, because the results will eventually speak louder than any explanation could. Number 14, work on you for everyone else, not just you. Personal development isn't selfish, it's a service to humanity. When you become a better person, a more patient person, a richer person, a wiser person, a more skilled person, everyone in your orbit benefits. Your growth creates this ripple effect that influences your family, your friends, your co-workers, your community. And personal evolution, you have to look at it as a gift to the world. So focus on you first. Number 15, a focused fool will achieve more than a distracted genius. In today's world, focus is actually rarer and more valuable than intelligence or even hard work. Because to be world class at anything, it requires 10x more focus than you actually think it does. So choose what deserves your full attention and eliminate everything else. Number 16, health and fitness is your gateway drug to success. Now, physical discipline creates a foundation for success in every single area of your life. When you master your body, you develop the confidence, the discipline, and your energy needed for bigger challenges. It's often the first thing coming in a chain of positive changes that will solve 90% of your problems. Number 17, your new life will cost you your old one. If you want to create a new personal reality, then you need to create a new personality. The growth requires sacrifice. You can't become who you're meant to be while holding on to who you were. Relationships will have to change, habits will need to die, and comfort zones will need to be shattered. It's just the way it is. You need to embrace the death of your old self. It's the price of evolution and the only way to form that new identity. Number 18, if you're a friend to everyone, then you're an enemy to yourself. Not everyone will like you. It's just the way it is. And being likable to everyone means that you're authentic to no one. Strong personalities always naturally attract and they repel. So focus on being genuine rather than universally liked. The right people will resonate with your authentic self. Number 19, don't become good at something you hate just because you're capable of doing something. It doesn't mean you should. And many of us fall into this trap of pursuing careers or skills simply because we're competent at them. I fell into this trap multiple times in my life and ended up resenting the businesses that I built. But here's the truth. Life is too short to excel at things that drain your energy and focus. Instead, focus on what naturally energizes you and outsource the rest. Your interests will evolve, and that's okay. Keep auditing your energy levels and your interests accordingly. And funnily enough, you'll actually make more money if you start doing this anyway. Number 20, learn to write. It's your biggest leverage move. Writing clarifies your thinking. It's not just about communication, it's about developing clear, structured thought patterns. In a digital age, strong writing is like a superpower that can open doors to any field, and it's the highest leverage skill that you can learn. Number 21, always blame yourself for everything. This isn't about guilt, it's about empowerment. When you take responsibility for everything in your life, even the things that seem beyond your control, you start to claim the power back in order to change them. And blame is just a dead end. Responsibility is the starting point and the only way to level up and improve. Number 22, first model, then remodel. Don't reinvent the wheel. Start by copying what works. Understand why it works and then innovate. Too many people try to be original before mastering the basics. And remember, success leaves clues, so follow them first. Number 23, leadership begins with you. You can't lead others effectively until you can lead yourself. Master self-discipline, emotional regulation, and personal accountability first. Your ability to influence others is directly proportionate to your self-mastery. Number 24, you can be addicted to self-improvement as you can partying. The rush of constant improvement can be as intoxicating as any drug. When you start seeing those results, whether it's in your personal career, your fitness, whatever it might be, you'll experience a high that most people never get to taste. And this momentum becomes addictive. And unlike destructive addictions, this one builds you up. So the key is channeling this addiction productively while maintaining some life balance in the process. Number 25, design your life in reverse. Start with the end in mind. Envisage where you want to be in 20 years' time and then work backwards, because the clarity about your destination makes daily decisions simpler. Does this choice move me towards my vision or further away? Number 26, use regret as your guideline. Now, regret is a powerful teacher. Instead of avoiding it, use it as your navigation tool. Let your potential future regrets guide your present decisions. Now, if you wake up after a night out drinking and feeling regret, then that has to go. If you go to bed at night not finishing a piece of work or a workout and you're starting to regret it, then that needs to change also. Number 27, the world operates on energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, they all emit frequencies that attract similar energies. This isn't mystical, it's just practical. And when you operate at a higher frequency through positivity and gratitude and purpose, you naturally will attract opportunities and better relationships into your life. Number 28, no is a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your time, energy, or boundaries. No isn't just an answer, it's a complete philosophy about valuing yourself enough to be direct. And every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, you're actually saying yes to your growth. Number 29, what do you want to want? Now, sometimes our desires aren't fully, truly ours. They're inherited from social media, from family, from society. So you need to ask yourself, if you could program your desires, what would you choose to want? This reveals your authentic path. Number 30, don't take advice from those who haven't done what you're trying to do. Now, I have spent over $500,000 in coaching in the last several years, and I've learned that it's important to not only take advice from the people who have done what you're looking to do, but have done it in the same way that you want to do it. Because there's no point in taking business advice from someone who got rich while selling, let's say, borderline illegal products, working 14 hours a day with no life, when you're selling some legal products while wanting to work 8 hours a day while maintaining a healthy work-life balance. Well-meaning advice from inexperienced people can be more harmful than helpful. Choose your mentors based on the results and also the characters, not just relationships. Number 31, if you can't do it for the next 10 years, then maybe you shouldn't do it. I've built over 20 different businesses in the last 15 years. And if I only had the ability to think 10 years out, I would have made 10x more money. Sustainability is the key. Many chase quick wins and burning ambitions, but the real question is, can you maintain this pace? So choose the path and practices that you can sustain for a long term, because success is about consistency, not just intensity. Number 32, don't dim your light to make other people feel better. Now, when I was 25, I bought my first supercar. And after I saw how it made other people feel inadequate, I kind of minimized my spending patterns. What I've come to realize is that playing small doesn't really serve anyone, because your success and brightness can illuminate the path for others. When you shrink yourself to make others feel more comfortable, then you rob the world of your potential and deny others the inspiration they might find in your example. So shine brightly, and those who are meant to grow with you will be attracted to your light. Number 33, going to bed before 10 p.m. every day solves 99% of your problems. This isn't just about sleep, it's about building a foundation for success. When you maintain consistent sleep patterns, you're not just resting, you're programming your body's internal rhythm, which creates consistency and a cascade of positive effects. You have better hormone regulation, you improve mental clarity, enhanced emotional stability. And these small, consistent habit compounds into a life-changing results, not to mention avoiding any nightlife activities that will normally get you into trouble. Number 34, you are the creator of your own reality. Now, your life isn't just happening to you, it's responding to you. Every thought, every belief, every action shapes your reality. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about taking radical responsibility for your life's direction. If you don't like what you see, then change what you're creating. Number 35, simplicity scales, complexity fails. I used to think that by adding new things into my life that I would get better, whether that was more businesses or new relationships, more routines, more cars, clothes, watches, holidays, whatever it might be. But what I know now is that success is more about subtraction. The more I would remove from my life, the better I got. And the most powerful solutions are often the simplest in business, relationships, and personal growth. Complexity is the enemy of execution. Number 36, normalize leaving people in their chosen reality. Stop trying to be everyone's savior. And for years, I played that role of being a tugboat, attempting to pull everyone towards what I thought was the best version of themselves. But here's the harsh truth. You can't force growth on someone who isn't ready for it. Instead, just be a lighthouse. Stand firm in your principles and your beliefs. Shine that light and let others navigate their own path. Those who are ready will find their way to you. Number 37, question what behavior changed after consuming content. Knowledge without application is just entertainment. And after every book, podcast, video, ask yourself, what am I going to do differently now? Because information should lead to transformation. And if you're not changing your behavior, then you're just collecting these intellectual souvenirs. I used to consume so much content in every single form until I asked myself, what behavior has changed as a consequence of me actually consuming this content? Once I asked myself this question, the amount of content that I started to consume was drastically decreased because I was more intentional about what content I would consume, which then saved me a lot of time. Number 38, a reverse gap year will change your life. I changed my whole life by saying no to everything for a whole year that didn't align with my goals. 365 days is enough time to completely transform your life. But here's the catch. You must start now, because committing to a full year of focused intention and action will create more change than a decade of passive existence. Number 39, commit to 4D daily non-negotiables. Success can lead to internal self-destruction if you don't build the proper habits around all dimensions of yourself. Physical, working out; mental, by reading; emotional, spending time with loved ones; and spiritual, having time for reflection and meditation. These non-negotiable practices form a foundation of balanced success. If you skip one, then others will suffer. Number 40, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you're in. Now, I built a level 10 skill set in business, but I kept putting myself in level 2 opportunities. Strategy always trumps effort. You can work incredibly hard, but if you're in the wrong opportunity vehicle, you'll never achieve what you could have, having putting yourself in a better one. I started 2 different businesses and brands at the same time, same playbook, same team. One does $45 million a year in revenue, while the other one lost $2 million. So choose your boat wisely. The right vehicle can make all the difference. Number 41, validate yourself from the work, not the outcome. I used to struggle with finding inner peace. I always was anxious about what was next until I learned just to focus on what I can control by following my conscience. I align my effort, my dedication, my daily non-negotiables, and my process because outcomes are influenced by so many different factors beyond our control. You need to find pride in the quality of your work and showing up every single day so that you can have peace knowing that whatever happens and unfolds, it was the way it was supposed to and you've done everything that you can. Number 42, you will self-sabotage when you get to your upper limit of success. We all have this invisible ceiling of success and happiness that we believe we deserve. And when we approach this limit, we unconsciously create chaos or problems in our life to bring ourselves back down to our comfort zone. Watch for these patterns, picking fights in healthy relationships, maybe making careless decisions or mistakes, because when things are going well, you start to feel inflexibly anxious during the success. Awareness is the first step to breaking through these self-imposed limits. Number 43, confidence comes from keeping promises that you make to yourself in private. True confidence isn't built in public, it's built in private moments when no one's watching. It's about doing what you said you'll do, especially when it's hard. Each private victory strengthens your self-trust and your self-confidence. Number 44, climb the right mountain. For years, I was climbing the wrong mountain, the one that society wanted me to climb. And then what I've come to learn is that success is personal. Everyone's mountain is different and has a different path in order to get there. Society's definition of success might not align with your authentic desires. So take the time to define your own version of success and then pursue it relentlessly, because it's better off for you to reach the top of your own mountain than halfway up someone else's. Now, if you want to learn the lessons that I learned the last 17 years of business in just 16 minutes, click the link below.